Hey guys, just doing another vlog and um, no big time relatable subject this time around. Feel like I take a personal turn for this one, um, because one, I don't really have anything I really want to talk about this go around, and second go around, I want to possibly want to type it, but it's kind of one of those things that I just had trouble necessarily putting into words exactly what I want to say. So let's see if I can just say it like off the top of my brain instead. Um, that would be something much better for me to say. But I want to talk about something a little bit personal, and it's my love life. Yeah, most people know me pretty well. There's no surprise there on that one. Cause I talk about it way more than I probably should, and probably don't care. But this time it's more of a lack thereof of a love life. I've been here in that road before. Uh, Prior to um 2011, I went to this whole string of being single and completely and utterly miserable for the longest. Um, kind of had no hope as to far as you know being in a relationship whatsoever. I about threw in the towel by the time I hit 23, 22, 23 almost. I about gave up on that one. It was depressing going from place to place and being around certain people and seeing other people happy, and then little relationships and stuff, and me kind of being down in the dumps because I felt like this I can never know what that was like, and then I had um, some luck finally for a change. My first girlfriend back at the beginning of 2011, I had my first girlfriend, and it was a pretty good relationship. It was a short one, but it was a good one. I had some good days in between there where I was very happy and satisfied to be in, relationship, and having that feeling of somebody that's actually out there that's very much into you, and you know, had the whole butterflies in the stomach and everything like that. It was kind of nice for a change. Seeing as how I had been living the single life for so long, and going from club to club, and said making out with a random woman or two or three every now and then between that time, which was just utterly weird, and being led on in the past as well too, thinking that was there's possibilities of relationships, and um, end up being not the case. Um, I said that one ended abruptly, and it was kind of one of those messed up things. I was kind of ticked off at her for a while, and then we kind of made up for it, and now we're just pretty good friends, and I can live with that. Um, the second one you probably heard about in past videos before. I really don't want to go into too much details of that again. Um, just let that one blow over and be done with it. But since that point, since my last one ended, I've been single for pretty much almost a whole year now. It's coming around that time. Uh, my last relationship ended in the beginning of September. So, in about a good, what is it, 4 weeks maybe? It'll be almost a year since I've been in my last relationship. Um, I'm not making a big deal about that whole thing. I mean, the fact that I even notice and keep tally with it, but like I said, a lot of things have changed over a year, and I think after that relationship had ended, pretty much kept me about down in the dumps for a good few months. I mean, I really kind of hated everything. Like when that relationship ended, a lot of things just didn't seem like they were gonna go right for me. Um, I ended up moving back home, uh, and got reconnected back up with my friends again. But it kind of was like one of those rough patches because I was jobless for a while. Uh, couldn't find a job for the longest. I had been searching and killing myself the whole winter, freezing cold, and coming back in the spring looking for stuff. Then I finally got a breakthrough, and my last job didn't work out so well. But now I'm in a new job, a new place, and things are starting to get back on the up and up and again. I'm kind of back on that track right now to get everything back to even kill where I was, before I moved out in August of last year. Um, Not just even kill, but even doing better. I said I'm on the right track right now, and I'm trying to get all my stuff together and get back to. So I'm back to where I was at the beginning, but now I'm trying to move forward, should I say, to a brand new status, if you will, in my life, and trying to get things back to normal right now. Then progressing forward and getting things to where I'm satisfied and I'm more happy with myself personally. But that stupid feeling of being single is looming back once again in my life at the worst time I needed to loom in, because right now I'm feeling good about myself as far as everything personally, because got this new job and I'm liking where it's going, and I'm liking, where I can be heading out into the future as far as everything else is concerned. Because I see so much potential with this new job as far as like progressing, possibly making this to like a real big career for me, and you know, just figuring things out. I'm still kind of shaky about it a little bit because still questioning the whole idea of going back to school again. Um, kind of one of those dream pursuits, if you will. But yeah, it's going pretty nice for me. I mean, I can't complain too much. But beyond that, like I said, that depression of being single and lonely is coming back to me again, and it's a very very horrible point because it was too much of my I felt like it was way too much of my concern back when I was probably 19, 20, probably up to I was 22 maybe. Too much of my concern. It was really bothering me most of the time because despite the fact that, there were so many good things happening, I felt like a lot of my whole world was crumbling down. And when I got into my first relationship, it kind of gave me that confidence boost again. But then it kind of went back downhill again. And just when I thought I was getting myself back up even kill, I get into another relationship, and I'm euphoric about this one this time, and then that one goes to crap on me too. Um, it's one of those things where I'm just kind of hating this feeling again, because this go around was different than probably my last few years being single prior to me turning 23. Um, because I'm actually getting a lot more attention from women than I'm used to getting, which is, I mean, I'm not bragging about it, but it's one of those, kind of things that I'm kind of overwhelmed with right now, because it's something I've just felt I wasn't used to, because my whole feeling for the longest had been no girls ever want to talk to you, no girls want to have anything to do with you. Um, what are you doing now? It's going from that to, oh, there's actually girls just like interested in me and what I'm about and what I have to say. Wow, shocker. Whoa, there's something that actually find me attractive. Whoa, wait, really? Like, that's how my feeling is right now, and about the whole situation. It's just so weird to me. But I'm trying to figure out where exactly, not exactly where to go with it, but should I delve back into another relationship again? I hate to say it. I mean, but I never really had that whole idea question, because I've never been afraid to want to. I've actually been, excited about somebody actually giving me some kind of intention for a change. And now it's more or less, I'm like, okay, I'm getting attention, but I'm so apprehensive about everything, because it's for the first time in my life. I'm just trying to figure out, like, do I really want to? I feel like I might be. If I delve into a relationship, I feel like I might be making another mistake again. Um, Not so much as far as like my choice. I just getting this weird feeling like I'm just not sure if I'm picking the right one this time around, or if I'm not doing the right thing this time around. It's so confusing to me compared to past years when I just like, I went with my heart, and my heart said, yeah, this is great for you. You finally got somebody, you finally get to, know what that feeling is like, somebody actually being in love with you. And at least that's how I've always felt. But lately, I'm now having these feelings of apprehension, like, are you sure that's what you want to do? I said, like, I got offers from girls just didn't. Okay, I can't say offers. I mean, I've had interest from other girls. I had girls who were interested in me that live in other states, and I'm apprehensive about that, because it's another long distance relationship again, and I had so much I had so much headaches and issues the last time I was was in a long distance relationship. I had so many headaches and hassles from it, because every time I felt like I had the points where I felt like I was happy and everything was okay, and apparently everything wasn't okay. There was the communication problems, and the questions about what I said. There was so many doubts and questioning from both sides on the relationships. I mean, the relationship at the time, and I'm not sure if I can handle another doubt, especially considering, like, some, like you said, one girl in particular, she's a great girl. I mean, I enjoy talking to her, and I enjoy the conversations, and you know, she says things that put a smile on my face, and I really enjoy that. And that's be something I'm kind of look for in a girlfriend. But I just don't know if it's something I'm ready to like jump into again. I mean, because I have people, like I said, like my closest friends telling me, they don't get the whole concept again of being in that kind of relationship. Well, for me particularly, because I was in it and it went south, and I tried to kill the whole notion of a long distance relationship by moving in with her, so it could so things would be better. And turns out things didn't get better in that relationship; it got worse. And that whole apprehension, that whole thought process of that happening again, it bugs me. And then there's the whole apprehension of because of that, now I feel like I might be missing out on something that's actually here for me. I mean, I'm never really sure if there's actually, somebody here for me. So one thing I've always have said to my friends in the past before, that I don't have, there's not women in my area that holds any interest in me whatsoever. I've been that route before with one, and that probably might be the only girl that I known that ever had interest in me at the time. That was actually attracted to me. That might be the only one. Because after that point, I had just always felt like there's no way in the world there's a girl. She didn't say girl. I mean, it said I'm an adult woman in this area that generally would take an interest in me and be attracted to me and actually, love me for who I am. And there's no judgment. Because that's been my whole big apprehension about everything is judgment. Um, I try to be judge free on people as much as possible, and it sucks when you're so worried about somebody judging you before they even really get to know who you are, or just judging you, period, and don't even know anything, don't even know half of what you go through and what you're about in life. I try to be as little as judgmental about people as possible, because you never know, you know, the person you might assume was a god awful person or a horrible human being. I say you make that assumption, you make an ass out of you and me. I don't ever want to do that, because like I said, you start judging people based on this, and that, and you never know, that guy might be the guy that might end up saving your life one day on the streets, or the guy that might be helping out a family member of yours. I said you never really know. So I try to be as little bit of judgmental and be mindful of people and their character as much as possible. But can't never say that people feel are the same way when it comes to me. It's the reason why I've always had apprehensions about dating in general, because it's not so much the rejection part that kills me, it's the prejudgment before the rejection. They rejected you because of A, B, and C. They thought this is something wrong with you, that's something wrong with you, this is something wrong with you. It's one thing to say, yeah, I'm just not, that's just not what I'm into, or even just not my type. But we just to say that, because they're into, they have a favorite this, a favorite that, or they like this, or they like that, or they dress like this, or they dress like that, that all of a sudden that's some judgment of character now, or how that person, who that person is. It's it's a shallow thought process. Um, so it's kind of one of those things where I, at some point, I'm just gonna have to get over it completely and just go out there and jump into that pool and see if I can find something. But right now, I'm just so apprehensive about the whole idea of dating because I just feel like this. When you had two relationships in in a way they did, and I'm not like making them at fault for this all, but it's more or less me than them. But it's kind of one of those situations where you had this and you had that go wrong. Now all of a sudden it's just puts so now when you're at this point where you're at a different stage in your life, and now the dating's changed for you, and instead of it being one of those things where you just assume that there's no girl interested in you, it's not a single woman alive that likes you, and all of a sudden now you're finding yourself there's actually more than one, two women that actually take an interest in you. This go around, it's just something that makes me a little bit apprehensive about it because this is a whole new territory for me. Something had never been really used to before in the past. Where in the past I was like, okay, if there's one woman that genuinely shows an interest in me and actually attracted to me and wants to, has an interest in my life and what I do from day to day, then I'll maybe give her a chance for it. Now it's more like, okay, who do I choose? Who's the best one for me? And this is so unfamiliar territory for me. Now I'm confused as far as what I'm supposed to do now in this situation, and I'm even more confused as to what route should I go now. I mean, I'm at the point right now where I'm just considering just dropping the whole idea of dating completely for a while until I get me situated first, and me stable, and me at this whole center zen right now, as opposed to going around to actually dating. But that my heart says otherwise. My heart is just saying like continues to always tell me it's like being lonely is not for you and you need somebody. And I'm constantly at a battle with myself over what I should and shouldn't do. And it's the most hateful part of the whole situation because it's something I never, really been. I never really been in this position before. It's the first time in my life where I'm confused and about borderline miserable, almost. I mean, I'm happy, but at the same time, like I feel cold and I had that cold and alone feeling that I felt are starting to develop again that I felt when I was 22. Probably like the last time I really felt that feeling again, and now it's starting to come back to me, and I hate it because it's not my best feeling in the world, and it's usually the worst for me because I try to lie to myself and lie to my friends, and when I say, this is bad, and here we go again, and I'm back at it again. I hate it. Like I said, only I can. I'm responsible for it. Only I can fix it at the end of the day. But it's still a horrible ass feeling. But I think I'll make it. I hope I do at least. I'm hoping I can get past that point, so I can just focus on that track to get back to being that cool guy, the cool laid back happy-go-lucky dude that I was back when I first, when I got my first real job at Publix and all that stuff. I'm hoping I get back to being that guy because um, right now I'm kind of teetering between the line where I'm that guy and I'm the depressed 22-year-old, the single, lonely, and miserable 22-year-old that kind of, you know, when I when I didn't call on to my friends to get me out of that miserable mood, I was stuck in the house on a random off day and just wrapped up and said had the lights shut off in my room and just chilling out the music and dozing off the bed earlier. I'm hoping to get past that point. Because having that feeling is just freaking horrible. I can just tell you that right now. It's a sorry feeling. And it's almost close to that little low point that I had a couple months ago where I just was like ready to give up on everything because everything was just not going right for me. But like I said, I should be happy right now that everything is, going right so far. So if I could get past this and move on to what the main goal in mind, then maybe that will fall in line later on in life, and I'll be okay with being, by myself and just me, and who knows, maybe love might come my way and a better end from that. I'm not making sense. Love might come my way when I least expect it. That's what I should say. Um, it may work out for me in the end. Who knows? But I just felt like I had to get to that, personal talk today. Like I said, like this video. I hope you get watch it. It sounds horrible thinking about, do I really want that to, okay. Just ignore me. Like I said, I hope y'all watch my future videos. This one, I don't know, it's kind of personal rant for me. But I hope you watch the videos I actually do in the future, discuss everything like that. I'm trying to get past the point of actually talking about certain subjects. I don't say I haven't put a trigger warning on it, if you will. But I hope to do some videos in the near future. Subjects is actually relatable to everybody else that I've done besides the ones I've done in the past. Um, get into that, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, guys.